Hey YouTube, Small Reviews here, and today I'm going to be talking about this SSD enclosure that I just recently got. Now this is the Oyen Digital Mini Pro, and the great thing about this is that it is a Type C. It does have a Type C port, so that's what I'm gearing myself more towards to is Type C, since I do have a 2016 MacBook Pro. Now the great thing about this is that it does come with a cable that'll allow that it is USB Type C to Type C, or a Type C to Type B port, which is just a regular cable, which I don't have here, but this is what I'm referring to. Now I am going to show you a little bit about what came in the box. I didn't. This is not an unboxing because I'm not taking it from the box, but I do want to show you the contents that came with it. Now this right here is just the shell itself. Okay, and this is where you actually put the 2.5 millimeter SSD here, and as you can see, or excuse me, the 2.5 inch, not millimeter, 2.5 inch hard drive. And in my case, I'm going to be using an SSD, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. It just comes like this. You don't have to attach this together. But here's the great thing about it is that it is, as you can see right there, USB 3.1. It does have a DC in, and it does give you the option to turn it off and on. Now the great thing about this is that it can definitely run without the DC in. It's just a great benefit, I guess, to have if you're running something else that needs a little bit more juice. But I've tried them on both, and they seem to be working the same. So you could just use this as a regular hard drive enclosure. Now the on and off switch you can use even without the DC in, which is a great, it could be great unless, I don't know, somehow you accidentally turn it off, but it does take a lot to turn it off, so no issues there. Now again, this is just the case itself. This is where you put the hard drive, and it does come with 4 silver-headed screws. This is what you'll be using to bolt in the hard drive, and it does come with 5 black screws, and this is to go ahead and connect it from on the exterior of the case to give it that nice finish. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is going to show you that this is the Samsung SSD that I've had. I've had this for a couple years now, and it's been doing really great. It is pretty thin. I think it's that 7 millimeter size, and it is a 2.5 inch hard drive. It's 500 gigabyte 840 Evo. So this is a very, very good solid state drive, at least for what I use it for. So very simple. You just have to attach it to the SATA port here. Now one thing I do want to mention is that you can't pull this out to try to just slide this in there. I've tried, and I think because of these right here, because of these tabs right here, so you're gonna have to align it here, and you're gonna have to align it there, and then just go ahead and slide it in there. And what that means is that this right here bends a little bit up, but not, it's very, very minimal. I just don't like the feeling, because if you're constantly changing out hard drives, it could be an issue. But that's it, just simple. Now again, what you use on these screws, or at least that's what I use, is these silver-headed screws. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now this is really one of these, you really don't need there's no real room for it. So instead of just putting it in a drawer or forgetting about it forever, there is there's some slots on these hard drives, and what I do, I just go ahead and put it in there because it does fit. Doesn't really do or hold anything, but I just leave it there so that way I don't lose it. Alright, and now that I got all the screws down, as you can see, I got all the screws down here, here. Really, it's not getting, this hard drive is really solid on here. So let's just go ahead and insert it onto the case here. Now it can go either way. I like to just have this right in front where all the important stuff is at. So where that I/O is at. All right. So I just go ahead and match the holes there. All right. So there you have it, folks. I'll be making a video on the performance of this in a different video, but I just wanted to show you that very basic setup. This is exactly what came in the box. It came, of course, with two different cables. The other one is lying around somewhere, but it is a Type C to the regular size or the Type B connector, but this one I use this because of the MacBook Pro that I'm using, and all you have to do is just connect it, and it will show. So just so that way you can see, let's go ahead and open this up. I'm gonna go ahead and show you it. All right. So again, we're going to go ahead and connect Type C to one of the ports here on the MacBook Pro. And you do have a little white light indicator showing that it is on, and it is, I don't know if you saw on here, it went ahead and plugged in. So you really, like I said, you really do not need to have a DC in, and then also you can use the on and off port. Right now it's on. I'm going to show you turn it off. The little light's going to turn off just like that. It is disconnected. You can turn it back on if you like. You just leave it on the whole time like I do. But there you have it, folks. If you have any questions, feel free to leave any comments down below, and make sure you do subscribe, because I will be making a performance test on this hard drive to show you, the speed test on this particular enclosure and hard drive. So I'll catch you in the next one.